it. Let's pack it in. Hiya Hilly, sorry, it's so sunny I can barely see anything, but I thought the house is a mess. I haven't done the housework today. We've been busy trying to sort out the ducks. So yeah, the netting in that, we've had all the jackdaws trying to get into the feed. So we've had to do a mission to try and sort that out today. So I thought I'll come and sit outside for a bit and get some sunshine. So if you can't see me, sorry. It is really, really sunny. There's barely a cloud in the sky. Oh. So I'm just going to sit here and do some spinning. I've got my Fantasia out today, Freya. So I'm just going to do some thick and thin on these rovings that I've recycled. How are you doing, Hilly? Oh, flying away. Hey Joanna. It's really, I hope you've got nice weather where you are, love. I think I've been out in the garden since about 10:30 this morning. Heavy showers here, so playing with my new hackle and some art colours. Oh, lovely. And some colours. Cool, you could do all sorts of it. You can blend in, you know, if you had locks, BFL locks, hackle them through, and then you can add in your fibres and then your little diz, and you're off. Oh. Oh, Joe, you dozy mare. But help if I actually threaded it through the orifice, wouldn't it, really? Not showing that I know what I'm doing. I want to go that way. Oh, do you know, the flaming wheel, I need to get a new tension. Come on. No, I've gone the wrong flaming way again. So no, we had really, really bad weather yesterday. I think it rained for practically 24 hours, non-stop. Oh, it just keeps spinning round and round and round. I need to tighten up my yarn. There we go, that should work now. Just some days it just doesn't want to play. Hello, Ronnie Gypsy. There we go. Start pulling it in. Oh. Do you know, it would actually help if I stuck the flaming tension over the back of the flaming bobbin. Oh. Right, come on. There we are. See, there's sometimes a reason why it won't flame and work. Hiya, Liz. Hello, Trudy. Oh, that way. There we go. There we go, and we're off. Do you know, some days I have a word with myself. Can't get it to yarn on because I've not put the blinking tension over the back of the back of the bobbin. So you up to today, Liz? I've not dropped in and checked on you today. Honest to goodness, those jackdaws outside are so flaming clever. They've been breaking into the the duck and hens run out the back. So I'm trying to get dressed this morning and the girls are going frantic outside. Oh. cold and depressing. I know it feels like October, doesn't it? I think this is our lull today. We've got a bit of sunshine this afternoon, and then I think we've got showers again tomorrow, Monday, and then hopefully it will start to clear up. Somewhere in the UK is getting 16 days of heat wave. I'd like to know where. I posted, who's it then? I posted somebody's order. No, it wasn't posted out someone's order yesterday. I've done your bats, Trudy, your mini bats. So I just need to sort out some bits and pieces for you and get your bag sewn up probably tomorrow now before I get a chance to do it when the rain's here. Take advantage of rainy days and sunny days when you get a chance, eh, love? So I just want to... This is a recycled galactic bat that I'm just spinning into a thick and thin, and then I'm going to apply it with some lovely... This, don't know if you can see. No, you can't see. It's a black tweed, but it's got glitter threaded all the way through it. So I'm going to apply it with that. Still sorting stuff out and packing. Started spinning some gorgeous shearling fleece from last year. Haven't carded it. It's so cool. Yeah, keep the... Yeah, I know. It is nice. I've got some lamb Teeswater BFL fleece in a box in there. And I've actually got a basket full of it all dyed up, and I was gonna just do a straight off lock yarn with that. So I need to sit there and do that because I'll have to open up some of the ends on it, but it's seriously soft. And I've got some gorgeous sheep enamels charms that I thought, oh, that would look really smart with them plied on there as well, threaded through the wool and then plied onto it. Oh, black and grey Romney. I love spinning Romney, or Kent Romney anyway. I love spinning Kent Romney. It's got to be one of that and Icelandic are my favourite wools to spin. Oh, see these flaming shells? Get that off there. Keep smacking the side. Yeah, no, Trudy, it's fine. Tuesday and Fridays are my posting days anyway, so if I don't get it sorted tonight for Tuesday, then it'll be Friday before I get it sent out. So I like to, as everyone knows me, I like to get my orders out ASAP, then, because I'll forget about it otherwise, and I'll get distracted with something else. So this has got loads and loads of glitter in this. So I've got steampunk and musical note charms that I thought, oh, look really pretty, plied in between like the shell woven plied sections and the thicker bits, and then adding little charms. I'm not going to do beads with the glass beads with these though. I'm just going to do my charms, but it'll look quite nice. I might have to have a look, see if I can find some neon beads for when I do my galactic ones. But yeah, this is my secret passion that nobody ever has never really seen me do before. My normal Romney comes from a Welsh farm, or crossed with a Welsh mountain. Yeah, I don't mind Welsh mountain. It's a little bit, what I think is a little bit cross between like a Herdwick and a Shetland. Oh. So yeah, just I love doing this because I can just sit there and not really pay much attention to it, and I can just grab big dollops of the stuff and just spin it up. But it's proper shiny. I can see it glittering in front of my face now, loads of silver streaks in there. I thought, well, you guys have never actually seen, so I mean claiming to know what I'm doing when it comes to spinning my wool, but you've never actually seen me spinning. So I thought it was high time I blinking proved myself that I know what I'm doing. Well, apart from the fact that I forgot to put the blinking tension thread over the back of the bobbin, but that doesn't count. before? Oh God, no. So, how's everyone's week been? Mine's been busy. Yeah, quite busy. There's a craft shop called Mushy Beads. I'll tag her, and actually I'm sure I tagged it and stuck it on my Facebook, or not my Facebook, on my stories this morning. A little handcrafter's shop run by a lady called Sue, who makes her own jewellery from sea glass, and her and her husband have took a lease on a shop in Cockermouth on the main street, and they're renting that shelf space, and they've agreed to take me on as an artist. Churchyard on it. We have the sheep grazing in the churchyard. I'll pop over with a cup of tea and have a chat with them every morning. Well, we've got a field over there, and we've got usually 3 gypsy cobs. Chester's 3, nearly 4. He's ginger. And then there's 2 new ones, Floki, who's 18 months old, and Belle, who's 9 months old. But then also we've got, hold on a minute, Little Man, Sadie, Princess and Buttercup, Mum, Dad, sister and youngest one, who was born literally 2 weeks after we moved into the house. They're Shetland ponies, all live over there. And then there's Gladys, who's a Hebridean pony. So yeah, so we've got them that are all over in the field there, and then across the way on the other side we've got sheep. But there's a guy that I know over the other way, but he just gets his sheep for hobby sheep, and then his pension money comes out the meat from the auction. So we've got sheep everywhere. You can't go past a field at the moment on the way out of our village without passing sheep and cows. Hi, Sweet Pea Yarns. So no, the closest to having a chat with any animals is me feeding my ducks and hens in the mornings. So yeah, so I've got a shelf I've paid in advance. So I'll be taking over 100-gram bats to sell in the shop there, and my locks, and then maybe in time if things start to sell, then I'll take over my... Hey, flaming dog, shut up! Taking over my fluff rescue parcels and make them up and just leave them on the shelf. Hey, So yeah, so that's a bit of good news for me. Well, I think it's good news anyway. Bit more work, but yeah, it's not too bad. Something new to try anyway, isn't it, at the end of the day? I mean, I'm easily found on my website, but sometimes you just want another outlet just to see if you can find more customers that aren't even aware of you or don't even use social media, but should be displaying photography work from artists in the area, and felters and landscape felters, other jewellery makers, so that sort of thing. So all handcrafters from the Cumbrian area. So I wasn't sure if they would let me with, because I'd sell the wool and stuff like that. I wasn't sure if they'd be happy with my sort of stuff, and I explained the amount of work that goes into it. I mean, just to dye up nearly 1 kilo of wool every week, and my listings and stuff like that. And then I've got my batty clubs, and then I've got custom orders and everything else. But once I explained that I did everything from scratch to sell, then they realised that I wasn't just selling wool, it was a craft and art that I was providing and producing for other crafters. So no, that was fine. So they were really, really keen to take me on once I sort of sat down and spoke to them about my processes. So yeah, that's cool. Iona, go away, love. So, yeah. So, yeah. Apart from that, what else have we done? Hold on a minute. No, I've just literally been trying to sort out supplies for this new shop, making sure that I've got plenty, because I mean, at the end of the day, you guys are important, but I've got to try and find another outlet to get my work out there. So has anybody else got any news for this week? Yeah, yeah, I think for me anyway, they needed to know exactly what it was, and they weren't, I don't think they'd heard of Woolfest at Cockermouth. It's held at the old auction house, at the farm auctions every year. Obviously not this year or last year, but so when I explained to them that there's that they've got tourist wise, I mean, Cockermouth really from the Lake District is the last place that people go visiting, as in tourist wise. There's a couple of campsites and stuff like that, but nothing really to shout home about. But then there's the Wordsworth Museum, and I mean, I think Cockermouth is more famous for blinking flooding out every 20 years. So yeah, and they'd not long been back in the country. They'd only moved to this area back in January, and before that they were over in South Africa for donkey's years. So yeah, it was just sort of giving a little bit of education, especially if they get felters, and then hey ho, a ready-made market. I wish work would slow down so I have time to craft. Go part-time. This is my full-time job. I don't do anything else. This is what I do full-time, so a lot of hours. I mean, I probably spend between social media as well as producing and dyeing. I mean, it's not a day goes by that I'm not doing something for my business. It could be ordering stock, it'll be do stock take, I'll be social media, I'll be on the computer, on my website, just tinkering about, see if there's anything I can fix with it or sort it out. So I mean, I probably put in between 45 and 60 hours a week, and that's just off the top of my head. That's before I even do like adding extra hours from when I'm doing batty clubs, when I do the Christmas Advents or the Easter specials, when I get big custom orders in, like the guild order I had the other month. I mean, the hours mount up, and I don't pay myself a living wage. And really, at the end of the day, I don't charge any more for my bats as anybody else would. I mean, for most fibre crafters, 100 gram bats between £13.50 and £14. So when I'm doing my two bats together and the big bats, but there is a reason, I've explained that before, why I do these big ones. Then all I'm doing is charging the right price for the two bats anyway, and if there's an extra 50p on there, that's because I've added in some locks. So I am the going rate. I don't charge anything else or any more for anybody else. And when you do custom orders, I always go with discount as well. So you need to make up some leaflets to give to the shop. I've got some, though I need to do some modern ones, but yeah, no, I've already got some, Liz. I've got to take over some of business cards as well anyway, for them to hand out if anybody doesn't actually buy but want to thingy, because I'll only be taking the 100 grams over. If they want larger amounts, then they can buy directly from the website and then just come and collect from here if they're locals. So yeah, I've got them sorted already, and then all my details will be on the back of my lock sets as well, my little sticker bits, because I've got to write a code and price up all my items myself. So not only are my lock packs with the name of and the breed of wool, on the back and the reverse there'll be a reference number for them to make sure I get paid for what I'm selling. but also contact details, because as you know, my locks don't come with a business card, so I'll make sure it's got my website info on the back of there as well. So I'm just joining on another lock. Hey Sheila. So yeah, it's growing. I mean, it's been a big long slog the last 4 years. I mean, it took me 2 years to build the courage to go online. So yeah, it's slowly but surely. It's just a matter of hanging in there, and if you don't hang in and persevere, then you'd never know what was round the corner for you really at the end of the day. Who knows? Might have my own stall at Cockermouth one year. Hey Liz, share that table with me. Half a pasting table each. They get lots of coaches to stop through because they're on coach holidays. In Cockermouth, yeah, they do get tourists because of the Wordsworth Museum, and there's some nice pubs and stuff like that, but there's actually quite a few campsites and caravan parks around there as well. And it's literally the road. If you're camping down St Bees, you've got to drive through our town anyway, but Cockermouth's on the way, and it's the nicest town compared to Whitehaven and Workington anyway, so it's where people generally go to get something to eat as well. But it's a pretty little village, but it's on the way to Keswick, and if you want to go Ambleside and all the rest of the places, then you've got to drive by, from this direction anyway, you've got to drive by Cockermouth to get there, or if you go up to Carlisle. So yeah, should catch the back end of the tourists for Cockermouth in that area, and it's right on the main street as well, so it's got good footpath. That's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? Traffic coming in and out the shop. Your tables fit into the camper van. Yeah, well, Cockermouth, I think it's like, last I remember, rent a pasting table section, and it cost you, I think it was £89 or something like that for the week. A day, I think, for the weekend. So you've got to book it for the full weekend, so we might have to do it. Yeah, so what else? So I've just dyed up all the wool from a Tour de Fleece. Does anyone do the Tour de Fleece this year? Oh. Yeah, the Wales Yarn Fest, I know, I'd like to do that. I might have to just come down and join in with you, Liz. Help you out on your stall. Because I usually help out Adelaide Walker at Cockerfest. Cockerfest? Willowfest in Cockermouth. Oh, numpty. The colours are gorgeous. Well, these colours are some of the colours that have been put into your, I'm not even going to say anymore, Trudy, because I'll give it away, because I like doing my fluff parcels because they're always a surprise. You're not quite sure what you're going to get in it. So I'll say no more before I put my foot in it. Oh. So I'm just adding in Wensleydale locks here, all dyed in neons to go with this. And it's got steampunk, as I say, I've got steampunk charms that I'm going to put on, apply in as well to this, and then I'll add that onto my website next week. This will be a completely new thing. What the Welsh Woolfest, Liz? It's like blackberries. Oh, it's got all sorts of colours in this. It's got teal. It's a mixture of 4 different bats that I blended up yesterday. Some for you, and the rest of it I did for listing for the shop. So it's got it's got damson colour in there, plums, black, fire orange, hints of white, neon pink in there as well. So yeah, it's got lots and lots and lots of colours. And little bits of silk cocoons I keep getting trapped on my finger. Some more bigger bits than that. Oh. Oh, my sweet pea yarn. Trying to think, what was that from that? Oh no, it was just one that I took this urge just to sit and spin literally the other night, and I was doing a custom order anyway, and she wanted these colours. So that sweet pea is actually some leftovers, or a bit more green added into it from a custom order for art yarn from a macrame macrame artist, I suppose. But I suppose it, in a way, it is weaving, isn't it? Macrame. So yeah, she wanted it for creating loops and bits and pieces into a project that she had in mind. So yeah, and I thought, oh, I might as well stick this on and give it a go. I'd stuck a few on that I had hidden in my stash that I did a few weeks ago. See, things like that I usually only do for custom orders. But yeah, so that's where that came from the other day, and I thought, and then I added the beads into it. With hers, I added in little enamelled sheep into hers. So I'm just going to put the last of these on this end. And there we go. Done. I just need to ply that up now. Can you see that? Can't really see. It's so bright out here that everything's gone dull. So yeah. You've been only looking. See, honestly, if you're ever looking for any type of art yarn, just give me a shout. Tell me what colours you're looking for, or even if it's a flower, just give me a picture. If that's the picture you're looking at, but sometimes I can see colours that other people can't see. So yeah, if you're ever looking for anything like that, again, just let me know, sweetie, and I can sort it out. For decoration, that size will last me for ages. Yeah, you know what's really nice with as well? You know those wired twinkly lights, the LED lights that you can get on a copper wire with the batteries on it? They look cool. I do them for my Christmas tree and wrap them up and use them as a garland on the Christmas tree. So that's what they're good for. Well, I do it. That's what I like it for anyway. So no, it looks pretty smart when you've got these little twinkly lights on them. There's actually a fibre artist in America that I follow. It's either, what's the name? Oh, do you know, when you look thinking, is it Mohair Goat Farm or something, Goat Farm, something or other? And she does commissions to spin the copper wired lights in with the art yarn, and it looks amazing. I mean, you get some people who do the knitted, and they'll have the knitting needles and they'll put them on the wall, and there's a swatch, and they've knitted the copper wire and LED lights into it. It's so cool. I definitely need to do something like that. I just sew up my straight and have it hanging on my wall in my studio. They look fab on gnome hats wrapped in the yarn. Yeah, no, that's cool. Definitely, because I mean the wool that's in there is easily enough felted into place, so you can have like loads of jumply bits going all the way up the gnome hat. Yeah, it's smart, that is. Oh, I've got locks flying everywhere. So I've got no more wool to spin. It's all gone. I can't apply it yet because I've got to thread my charms onto this first. So yeah, so I can't apply that yet. Oh, cocoon strippings, flaming nightmare. You sat there and plucked it all out of the silk stuff itself, the noil. You'll end up with no fibres left. So I'm gonna. What time are we at? I don't know what time we're at. They look. So yeah, I'm thinking. What am I thinking? I've got to go out and help him sort the ducks and the hens out. I've got tomatoes to put in a grow bag. I've got to plant an azalea, big one, take it out of its tub and go and plant that in the garden. I've got a lilac at the front that needs chopping all its roots off because it's gone root bound, and that needs potting in the garden. So I'm literally, I was going to say, I'm such a liar. I was going to say I'm taking a dye off from anything fluffy today, and she's just sat here and spun up some thick thin yarn, and she's been soaking cheesewater locks in the blinking sink all morning. So I haven't technically taken a day off, but I feel like I have. So yeah, I've taken a bit of a step back from doing anything fluffiness as such today. I need a proper day off, but I never give myself one. There's always something else that needs doing. So what I've got to do, I've got to put this. I've got willow trellis in that I want to put up against the wall in here, which will freak the cat out. It means he can't get back in the garden. Oh, seat's wet. But yeah, no, that's news-wise. That's all I've got for you. So I dyed this on for, I don't know if you can see it, a little sunshine on it. That's the rovings all dyed up for my Tour de Flace. But I've saved one for myself, and I'm going to art spin that up as well. It's merino with tussa silk blended all the way through it, but you've got pops of like corally sandstone, and then you've got duckling yellow, and then there's hints of grey in there, pebbly grey, and moss, and a forest green, with loads of spots of creamy coloured bits in there as well, so it's not too much. So I dyed all them up the other day, ready. So yeah, I'm going to save one of these for myself, and but there's only four listings of these on my website for the Tour de Flace if anybody's wanting any. The closing date for that's the 12th of June because the Tour de France starts on the 26th, so I want to get them all done. I wanted to get these done and dried so they were all out of the way, and I knew that if anybody wanted any then they were sorted. And my bats, well, I'll just do them up as the orders come in. I've got a couple that I've already made up for customers, but I'll send them out the weekend before the Tour de Flace so they arrive in time. but they're all sat there waiting for anybody. I've got 9 orders of those left. Are you looking? Well, on the Tour de Fleece, there's a lass, Sarah, that I was on talking to last week. She's U-Tree Yarns, and on her website, if you order from either one of us, we'll give you a 15% discount code to use to the other one, and we're using the exact same colourway. Hold on a minute. We're doing it from this influence of this picture. This is a vintage cycle poster. So it's like mints and greens, and then you've got the oranges and the yellows and everything else in there. So that's what we're doing. But so yeah, if you want in like roving from Sarah, but you want a bat from me, so you've got 200 grams to spin up, because that's all I'm doing is 100 gram bats and 100 gram of roving. And you can go to either one of us, and you'll get a 15% discount given to you as soon as you've paid for that order, to come and use over at my shop or back over at Sarah's. But yeah, so I mean, Sarah's new to the fibre community. She's been doing it for about a year now, but only just getting recognised in the last 6 months or something, 6-7 months. So she messaged me just before Christmas to give us some advice on how to get started. I mean, I did everything myself. I started from scratch on my own. I had no one to help me out or give me advice. So I mean, God, the only thing I can do is advise her what I did, and it's just a matter of going your own way from there. But she has a space in a knitting in a craft shop down where she lives as well. But yeah, I mean, go and check her out on U-Tree Yarns. We'll order from you and Sarah. Oh, thanks, Liz. So yeah, well, I'll give you the discount code anyway, Liz. I know I can just message to you anyway, sweetie. But yeah, so 15%. I mean, we're doing 100 grams. She's doing Rolags and Rovings. I think she's doing BFL blend with silk, whereas I'm doing the merino with tussar silk. But yeah, they should turn out nice, and it'd be funny to see how we both approach the different blends. Not so much the different blends, but our own dyeing techniques, which will be interesting to see. So I am on the outlook at the moment to see if there's any other British fibre producers in our country doing special blends for Tour de Fleece. I haven't seen anybody as yet, so I wouldn't mind ordering in something special for myself, because I don't do that often. I don't often get the chance to order from other people. I'm always too busy or too much of a tightwad to spend my money on anyone else. So yeah, oh well, what can I say? I must have Yorkshire blood in me somewhere. Hi, Rushdale Will. So yeah, I think that's about it today. I've got loads to get on with. I've got to get dinner sorted. I've got to get washing out. The sun's gorgeous, and it's actually, do you know, it's the first time in weeks that I feel like the sun's actually hit my muscles. Yeah, oh, it's gorgeous. I'm not going down to a second layer though. It's not that warm. So yeah, so I think I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I actually had a lot more here today than I usually get, which is a surprise for me. I really appreciate you turning up and giving me your moral support. If you'd like to see more of my videos, you can find, it's like winter there, is it, Liz? It's been gorgeous here today. I really have to admit, I've been outside since about 10 o'clock, half 10 this morning. But you can find me on YouTube as well as Willie Cottage Fibre Shop channel on YouTube, and you'll see loads of ways that I do different types of blending. And there's always a reason for why I do blending, and my theories into what I would expect as a spinner to be able to get from that. So please just go over and have a look and hit that subscribe button on there. It'd really, really help me. I'm at 59, which is not bad. I think I've only been in there a month, 59 subscribers. And I might actually pop on during the week and have a chat, see if there's anybody around. No sun here today. Weeding nearly killed me. I've been out. I've got one of those big hand rotating weed turner things, so it's got like the prongs at the bottom and you twist it around. So I've been out there and had a go at that. I need to get the wheelbarrow out there. It was lovely seeing me spin. I know, I had to prove that I could actually show people that you can actually do it, otherwise nobody will ever believe that you do spinning. I know, Hilly. I'll get this one's Freya. This one, it's my Fantasia. Hold on a minute, let me move her out a bit, you can see her. So that was my first, can you see? Yeah, that was my first spinning wheel. So it's a Fantasia, a Kromsky Fantasia. So I've got all the flyers to go with that. And my other one is the Kromsky Prelude, which looks, it's a modern version or a modern take on a medieval Saxony wheel, which is my workhorse. I do all my spinning on her, but she doesn't come out to play often. That one's Morgana, this one's Freya. She doesn't come out to play often because I tend to, because of the double treadle, I tend to like really sit there and spin really fast on it, and before I know it, I'm just sat here going like that, and I'm like, oh my god, I just go too fast, and I have to remember it's because you're treading too fast. So she doesn't come out to play very often, but she's the one that I learnt to spin on. Well, wheel spin anyway. Before that I was drop spindling. So yeah, so she's my oldest one. She's just had a paint job. She just looks an absolute state. I need to varnish it. I want to put flowers, paint flowers all over her. So yeah, and I've got a little Chef's Capitan, which is the Dutch flax spinner, and she's in the middle of being refurbished, but she's been all painted up and everything else. And one of my customers' husband does leather bick binding, and he cut out some leather thongs that needed replacing on it, so I've got that on there, but I just can't get that drive band to sort itself out. So when I come down to Wales, Liz, you'll have to have a help me sort out the drive band on this little flax spinner. I might have to bring it down with me. I must be in a parallel universe. Hey, look at it. There's hardly, look, there's no clouds in the sky. No clouds in the sky. It's actually scorching. It's probably about 12 degrees, but it feels like high summer. We need some, really need some dry days. The garden's taking a hammering for the amount of rain that we've had. Yeah. So, parallel universe. I'm in the twilight zone. Your sky's dark grey. Yeah, but you're on the other side of the coast at the moment, and if you were still down in Wales, I bet you'd be getting some of the sunshine tomorrow. But you're not. You're not. You'll be there soon enough. You'll be there soon. Not long. And then hopefully, if we don't end up in a third lockdown, I'll be down to see you the day after your birthday. Bring down your tin of birthday buttons, because that's all you're getting. Oh dear. Right. So I am going to love yous and leave yous, everybody. Thank you very much again for joining in with me this morning. Look at the state of my hair this morning, this afternoon. God, I need an haircut. I'll stick a proper bedhead going on in here this morning. It's because I was too busy panicking about my ducks and my chickens. I never had time to do my hair properly. So take care, everybody. Thank you very much. And I'll see you again maybe during the week, if not next Saturday. Bye.